I have in my hand excellence, immunity. I have in my hand the schedule for the 2024 college football season. And I love all of these weeks because I am a diehard P1 college football fan. Some of you out there are like me. A lot of you are like me. Some of you are kind of sort of like us, but you may go to a birthday party and miss the early games. Boo! But you may do that. But I don't know if all of you have just memorized the schedule. Fortunately, I don't have a life to live or anything better to do, so I have for you. And we have narrowed it down, I think, to the top 4 Saturdays / top 4 weekends. Week 7 may be the best one. So I'm paper popping all these. Week 7 may be the best one. This is a Saturday buffet. Ole Miss is at LSU on this day. Same day Texas OU takes place from the Cotton Bowl. Same day Penn State goes to USC, and that's a conference game. Same day Ohio State goes to Oregon, and that's a conference game. Same day Florida goes to Neyland to face Tennessee. These are all conference games. Not that we have anything against out-of-conference games. Potential Big 12 champion Iowa State goes to West Virginia. Jesse, why is Iowa State not on the graphic? I thought, oh, you shot that down. We didn't have room. South Carolina's at Bama that day. So there are several Tier 1 games, and then the Tier 2 games and Tier 3. It's great. Week 7, for my money, that's the best Saturday of the college football season. However, if I just did it that way, I know what the comment section would say. You guys would have rebuttals. So I tried to get ahead of the curve here. Week 1, if you want to do the start of the season, Week 1 is a contender. Clemson versus Georgia in Atlanta. Hey, man, we got Death Valley up there. We got Sanford Stadium. So why not leave both of those buildings empty and play in a sanitized neutral site environment? Absolutely. But big-time teams playing in Atlanta. Penn State's at West Virginia. Miami's at Florida. Can you imagine? I sweat reading that. I'm in Florida right now, and it is not going to get any cooler between now and the time that game kicks off. 3:30, by the way. If they die, they die. 3:30, Miami at Florida. Notre Dame at Texas A&M doesn't figure to cool off much in College Station by the end of August either. And then we will have to start our Sunday night show early. Why? Because LSU plays USC. Try as they may to get out of that game, USC will, in fact, play LSU. LSU, Jesse, what's that line? 7 or 8? LSU, a little over a touchdown favorite, I think, right now. So that's week 1. And there's a Labor Day night game as well. Off the top of my head, I don't remember who's in that one, but there is a Labor Day night game as well. Okay, so then week 9, much later in the season, week 9, might I suggest to you that before all these Saturday games, you pay a little bit of attention to Rutgers at USC on a Friday night. Can I interest you? Some shaking their head no, others shaking their head yes. Look, that's on you. I'm just telling you. I mean, 17-17 in the fourth quarter, dogfight in the Coliseum, it could happen. Anyway, Missouri's at Alabama on Saturday. LSU's at A&M on Saturday. Oklahoma at Ole Miss. Florida State at Miami. That's a really, really good 5 or 6 pack of games, and that's before we get to the B tier. And then in week 14, which is rivalry week, you know how this usually stacks up. But I told you the other day, I think rivalry weekend this year could be as explosive as it's been in a long time. I don't think I need to tell you guys why. Even if you've been tuned out, I think you know why. Michigan, Ohio State. Can they make it 4 in a row? Probably be a double-digit dog at the shoe. Can Michigan go in there and make it 4 in a row? Auburn at Alabama in the first Iron Bowl post Nick Saban since, 2006? Oklahoma at LSU. How about that? Just randomly, in the last week of the year, you got Oklahoma at LSU as a conference game. Circle Texas at Texas A&M. Kyle Field. I know how storied and tradition-rich and intense all these rivalry games are. I'm not saying they're going to take a backseat. I'm telling you, Texas at Texas A&M will take a backseat to no rivalry game this year in terms of animosity. Animosity is a fancy word for just saying pure out hatred. It's a beautiful thing. Hatred. Hey, it's totally okay. It's like, if Mike Tyson did to people on the street what he did to guys in the ring, he'd be arrested. But it was okay in the boxing ring. You don't need to be hating people on the streets. But the way A&M folks feel about Texas within the boundaries of college athletics, it's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing. Washington's at Oregon that day. Kansas State at Iowa State could be for a spot in the Big 12 championship game. Notre Dame, USC, it's so great. I'm not in a hurry for that to get here because that means the regular season's over, which means that we've reached our peak as far as I'm concerned. But yeah, week 7, week 1, week 9, and week 14 in that order. I think those are the biggest Saturdays this season. If you disagree, and you very well may, you got to sell me on why we're wrong on the order there.